I'm Kendra Cook, your host for the DCTV Daily News program out of Dove Creek, Colorado. The Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association. That's the Special District Association responsible for bringing the area free-to-access TV stations over the air by antenna. This is a community TV station. If there is a news story or event information that you would like to share, you can call us. The number is 970-677-4119. And if you're a business or organization, we welcome you to find out about sponsorship opportunities for banners or video segments run on the channel. This is the Wednesday program for August 19th, 2020, DCTV Daily News. Hot. Fires, smoke. Yes, we're experiencing an intense August with record temperatures, according to the Journal report that states, quote, record high temperatures are searing Cortez and the Four Corners. A strong area of high pressure over Utah continues to block monsoon moisture from reaching the Four Corners, said James Andrus, weather observer for the National Weather Service. Hot air in this system is setting daily high temperatures, he said. On Sunday, Cortez hit 98 degrees, beating the previous record of 96 degrees recorded on that day in 1951. On Monday, Cortez warmed up to 98 degrees, eclipsing the 2002 record of 96 degrees. On Tuesday, the high of 97 tied the 2002 record, and Wednesday, today, a forecast of 95 degrees was expected to set another record, the Weather Service said. As of August 13th, Montezuma County is in the severe drought category, the third highest out of 5 drought level categories, according to the U.S. Drought Monitor. La Plata County is in the extreme drought category, the fourth highest. And here in Dolores County, we are mostly D2 or severe drought, with some extreme drought to the eastern end of the county. Cortez is expected to remain in the high 90s, as are we, until Saturday. Sunday's high is expected to be 96 with a slight chance of thunderstorms, and we'll check in on that in just a bit. On Tuesday, Governor Polis issued a statewide open burn ban effective for 30 days because of extreme dry conditions and wildfire danger. The ban prohibits campfires, fireworks, and other open sources of ignition. Home barbecues, grills, public grills, and camp stoves are allowed for use. To follow up on the fires, Governor Jared Polis's issued 30-day ban on open fires was on Tuesday as part of the state's battle on 4 separate wildfire fronts. The ban does not include home barbecues, again, public grills, camp stoves, and approved fire pits. As of Tuesday, the 4 wildfires had burned across 208 square miles, which was mostly federal lands and some state and private property. Sometimes something as small as a cigarette butt or a spark from a vehicle, a campfire, or fireworks can destroy thousands of acres of property, including people's homes, and cause road closures that can cost our economy millions of dollars, Polis said. He said that 3 out of the 4 fires were likely caused by human activity, and the dry, hot weather was exacerbating their growth and making containment more difficult. As of Monday, the Pine Gulch fire, covering over 134 square miles, was the 4th largest in the state's history, Polis said. However, firefighters were hoping the surrounding natural barriers would hold off the fire's expansion. Dan Gibbs, executive director of the state's Department of Natural Resources, said that the Grizzly Creek fire near Glenwood Springs has put homes and structures at risk. About 57 miles of Interstate 70 have been closed for over a week. Stan Hilke, executive director of the Department of Public Safety, said that planning has been ongoing all year round, including wildfire drills last spring. Hilke also commended Polis for using the state's disaster funds for wildlife emergency response. Polis noted that poor air quality can cause COVID-like symptoms and urged people to get tested if they have concerns that they've been exposed. Quote, "We are all in this together, whether it's coronavirus or the wildfires. We will get through this," Polis said. On Tuesday, Dr. Alexis Burkhoff, medical epidemiologist with the Department of Public Health and Environment, gave guidance on the similar symptoms that smoke and COVID-19 pose, which includes watery eyes, cough, and respiratory problems. Coronavirus symptoms that are not associated with fire smoke can include fever, chills, and diarrhea, Burkhoff said. State health officials have issued an air quality advisory for more than a dozen counties and warned vulnerable populations to stay indoors. And here a note that from yesterday we were alerted that in Dolores County we do have a second coronavirus case that is ongoing right now. That brings the total to 2. 1 is recovered and 1 is right now experiencing coronavirus. So let's look at that 7-day weather forecast for the week ahead and see what we have in store. Today, patchy smoke in the morning. That seems like an understatement, as Wednesday morning the sky was full of haze. The rest of the day sunny with a high near 94 degrees. South-southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour shift northwest. Tonight, more patchy smoke in the evening and otherwise clear with a low around 61 degrees. North-northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Into Thursday, sunny with a high near 93 degrees. For Thursday night, partly cloudy and a low around 62. And windy, west-northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Become variable in the evening, but winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. And that continues into Friday, sunny with a high near 91. Light and variable winds becoming northwest 5 to 10, and again, winds could gust as high as 20 for Friday. Friday night, mostly clear and a low around 60 degrees, and the weekend is still looking to start off hot on Saturday, sunny with a high near 92. Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low around 61. And then now for Sunday, a slight chance for showers and thunderstorms sneaks in on the afternoon. Mostly sunny the rest of the day with a high near 91 degrees. And Sunday night, partly cloudy and a low around 61. After that, it may start to cool off just a bit. Monday, we're looking for mostly sunny skies with a high near 89. Monday night, mostly cloudy and a low around 60. Tuesday, mostly sunny and a high around 87. And Tuesday night, mostly clear, a low around 58. And now, back to our news. And now the Sheriff's Roundup for the week of August 10th through the 16th, 2020. Arrested Clayton Campbell on charges of menacing with a weapon. The subject was transported to Montezuma County Jail. They issued a summons to Cindy Rippey for violation of a protection order. They arrested Matthew Fraunfelter of Durango on charges of criminal mischief. Deputies are investigating a hit-and-run accident in town, and if you'd like to have your vehicle body parts back, please contact the Dolores County Sheriff's Office. Deputies are investigating a report of a neighbor harassment. A report of an assault at Rico's Hot Springs in the early mornings was reported, morning hours. Deputies are investigating, and the deputies conducted a civil standby in the county. Deputies assisted a female from out of town who was reportedly afraid of some locals, and they received a report of vandalism to a vehicle. Colorado encouraging growth in forest product industry for wildfire mitigation. That's the headline from a 9 News article on, quote, revitalizing an industry that's been declining for decades, which could be one key to mitigating some of the state's fires. Photos from 9 News, and they write, as powerful wildfires burn large parts of Colorado this summer, officials with the Colorado State Forest Service are working to revitalize an industry that might help the wood products field. The principal issue is just a lack of a vibrant business sector involving our forest product infrastructure, said Tim Reeder, a wood products utilization forester with the Colorado State Forest Service. It's declined so much over the decades to the point that they're not capable of providing a great deal of impact to some of the situations we see right now, he said. According to Reeder, 20 years ago, Colorado had more than 80 sawmills throughout the state. Today, there are around 30. Reeder said a reason for the decline was a shift in priorities of policy. Quote, some of the changing priorities, particularly in Colorado, in how we use our public forests, they have a lot of potential for recreation, water quality and water production, and wildlife. Reeder said as we began to recognize those other priorities, simply going in with traditional forest management, wood removals to support sawmills became less of a priority. But Reeder said as the state learned more about active forest management across the West and Colorado, they began to realize the value of the industry for its mitigation work. A foresting company could help clean up fuels on private or public lands that could lead to the growth of a fire. Quote, I had a logger tell me, for the past 20 years, you've been trying to run me out of the state, and now you're trying to work me to death, Reeder said. In recent years, the state has begun to help the industry through a loan program. The State Forest Service has also invested in research and development. One of the leading problems with mitigated timber is its lack of value, according to Mark Morgan, who owns Morgan Timber Products in Fort Collins. Morgan serves on the board of a trade group for forest product producers. He said that the timber harvested in mitigation work works best as wood pellet fuel, but there isn't a market for it here in Colorado. Quote, we're buried in cheap gas, Morgan said. Colorado's got some of the cheapest energy in the U.S. Europe is a big market for wood pellet fuel, but Morgan said exporting that product there is extremely cost prohibitive. Another option would be using the timber to make pulp for paper, but that process require a lot of water which Colorado doesn't have easy access to. Morgan also said that the problem with mitigation work is the demand for an intense cleanup. Instead of grinding up and leaving behind slash, most projects demand it be cleaned up, which is expensive work. A lot of that material would be sound ecologically if you ground it or crushed it or left it on site, Morgan said. People want to do fuels reduction work, but they want everything to look like it's a park or something, he said. Perfect is the enemy of good. Through economic development, the state has had success growing the industry in parts of the state, largely in southern Colorado, according to Reader, the wood product utilization forester for the state. Quote, we do have to look at adding value to these products. In Montezuma County, there are more wood product related businesses growing in the past few years. It is a hope that this area could continue to find a market for the resources that are right here locally accessible. And here's a story of hope and encouragement happening in Dolores, the town, as reported in the Journal and Herald with photo Jerry McBride. Photos. A nonprofit bakery with a larger mission to help women in need has launched in Dolores. Three Chicks Bakery and Deli was started by Alana Connolly and Lacey Cates to provide support, employment, and housing for women who have been victims of abuse or are dealing with homelessness, depression, divorce, addiction, or have just gotten out of jail. The, quote, third chick is all the women out there that we want to help and empower, said Connolly. We are here to talk, to offer support, to work together on a healthy path forward. Three Chicks Bakery, a newly remodeled space with outdoor and indoor seating, is at 105 5th Street. It offers coffee drinks, sandwiches, salads, pastries, donuts, bagels, and scones. The bakery is the fundraising arm of Cultivating Sacred, nonprofits formed to provide jobs, support, and safe housing for women in need or who are transitioning out of difficulty, Connolly said. Startup costs for the bakery were out of pocket and from donors, she said. Cultivating Sacred and its bakery are held as nonprofit organizations under Onward, a legacy fund of Cortez, said Onward Executive Director Chuck Forth. As a nonprofit trade or business, the bakery pays sales tax and is subject to income tax, he said. Employees are paid at least the minimum wage of $12 an hour, and the business operates under state labor laws. Cultivating Sacred is raising funds to buy a small farm to grow food for the bakery, create job opportunities, and provide safe housing using tiny homes for women transitioning out of difficulty. Connolly also is a licensed yoga teacher. She owns Wild Roots Yoga and Wellness and is co-owner of a boutique art store in town. The yoga studio and boutique store are independent, for-profit businesses and are not under the Cultivating Sacred nonprofit status. Connolly said that the community response to the bakery has been encouraging. She said the Cultivating Sacred mission is to help fill a gap in services for women in trouble, like Kelsey Horshkin. Connolly reached out to her, age 31, after seeing a Facebook post about her struggles with homelessness and heroin in Cortez. They basically saved my life. I am 9 months sober and have a new job at the bakery, Horshkin said. I had not worked for a while, and the financial stability is very much needed and appreciated. Horshkin has found a place to live, and the flexibility of the job allows her to continue social services appointments. It's been a blessing. When I landed here, I did not know anyone. I was living on the street in winter, she said. Having the support of these women was key for me. She grows succulent plants, which are for sale at the Cultivating Sacred Art Gallery at 411 Central Avenue. The nonprofit Cultivating Sacred has provided jobs or assistance to 5 women. Assistance has included providing hotel rooms. The organization has reached out to local social service agencies about the program. Connolly and Cates sometimes serve as listening posts around the coffee table. They offer a shoulder to cry on, work on providing a safe haven, then help direct women to a job and social services. Quote, they have gone through a lot of trauma, mental and physical, and we are here to help, Connolly said. Connolly said that she understands the women's experiences because she also has recovered from abuse, stalking, and trauma. She found healing and strength through the study and practice of yoga, and she shares that with others. Cultivating Sacred wants to broaden the support network for women who are struggling, Connolly said. It's not only about the illegal abuse, which gets more attention. Struggles stem from depression, homelessness, addiction, unhealthy relationships, or a divorce. Suddenly, a woman is on her own with no job skills or safe place to live. Every day, women in any class of society need support. Three Chicks also helps abused women move out of an unsafe home and can contact the Montezuma County Sheriff's Office for a civil standby if needed. said Sheriff Steve Nowlin. "I support what they are doing and will help in any way that I can," he said. "We come upon women in need every day." The organization is looking for a donated truck to help with moving situations. "Providing a job, support, and security is paramount. We will always make openings for women in need and create a more positive future," Connolly said. "We are so excited to reach this milestone of starting up the bakery because it means we can help more women going through transition." For more information, you can go to the Cultivating Sacred Facebook page, and for donations, that's through Onward, a Legacy Foundation. And I post up these links and more stories and info on our Facebook page, which is DCTV Daily News, where you can also watch the program replay along with news links and stories of local interest. And you too can share other events or news there and join in on the conversation. Again, it's your local community TV station, so if you have something you'd like to share, contact us by email dcbnnews@gmail.com, or you can call 970-677-4119. Thank you for tuning in to DCTV Daily News. Programs are broadcast Monday through Friday with replays online on our YouTube channel or the DCTV Daily News page on Facebook. And if you like the program, please do like and follow us on Facebook and share it with your friends and family. This has been a production of DCTV for the DCTV Daily News program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.